Well, hello everybody and welcome. They look so delicious. No, we've been through this. We don't eat the nice viewers that come to watch us. But they look so tasty. Little fire breath. No, we've been through this again. No, I said no. How about you? You look tasty too. No, you're attached to me. That means you look tasty too. Your point? A little help here. I don't know how to reason with this thing.
Viewers are friends, not food.
I'm not a thing. Ah! Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 11 of our reviews of Digimon Ghost Game. I am going to butcher this title, but I believe it's Kametachi? Feel free to tell me how much I butcher that in the comments below, any of you who actually know.
Yes, give us the proper pronunciation in the comments.
I mean, it seems like Tamagotchi, but not. And...
It's so not even close.
It's got Kachi. Come on. It's where Digimon came from, okay? It's why, that's why I bring it up. Thank you for your support, Aji. If you are worried about spoilers of the Kametachi video episode, God, we're off to a great start. Yes, everybody, like and subscribe. We will be definitely going in depth into this episode. There will be many spoilers, so if you're worried about such a thing, you have been warned now up front. And so, without further ado, let's get into episode 11 of Digimon Ghost Game. And we start out again with similar to the formula.
Yep, randoms, people.
Yep.
NPCs.
Yeah, a couple of random people, probably a couple it looks like, just that are walking through a park at night.
And they hear voices, two voices, coming from, looks like bamboo forest.
That region, I'm assuming that's not that uncommon, but it's definitely not something you'd see around here, so no. I'm unfamiliar with those. And the lights start going out. And not just like, flickering.
No,
they seem like they're being smashed.
Yeah, shattered.
Shattered as they go through. And we get a quick blur of something going by that freaks him out. We get a little silhouette to start to see our Digimon. And this is one that I recognized right away, even though I believe this is this Digimon's first anime appearance. It maybe has been somewhere else.
I think this one was skipped in Saver, so yeah.
Yeah, so it looks a little bit like Kyubimon, but it's clearly not.
Yeah.
It's a similar silhouette so some people might have thought that if they didn't follow Digimon that well.
Anyway, the couples get like their backpack and maybe some their other clothing with a few cuts on it, but that's about it, and then the danger kind of disappears.
Yep,
back
they're fine.
Floors. And
doesn't seem like it really had any interest in them.
Yep, and we're done with that scene.
Done with them. Never see them again.
Yep, they're unimportant. So next week says later the same night or similar time, we see Angoramon sneaking outside of Ruli's apartment again and saying it's time to go and takes off somewhere.
Just like a couple episodes ago, we saw Jellymon doing with Kyoshiro. The Digimon really just seemed to be like, peace.
Yep.
Not really telling them anything. I mean, Jellymon I fully saw. And Goramon, that's a bit of a surprise. I was surprised that he would say that, or not say anything and just go.
Yep, we see that really was awake and sees this, but she got to the next morning, and they're out next to some flowers, and Ruli's taking some pictures. Because apparently the new trendy thing is old photographs with old Polaroid camera. And most of you watching this review have probably never seen a Polaroid camera.
Yeah.
Even I've barely seen a Polaroid camera.
Yes.
But everything old is new again, and I get it. And it's because they are physically come out, you can't alter them, all that. I can see some interest in them in a highly digital age. Like some people still swear by records, despite the fact that all things considered are not as good quality, but some people really like that about them.
You mean giant coasters?
Yeah. Giant bird pizzas?
Yeah. Records, huh?
Exactly.
Frisbees.
And I could see Angoramon actually enjoying the subtleties of photographing and looking at flowers and things like this. So it's nice to see these two hang out a bit.
Yeah.
For a while, I hadn't seen anything, but there's been a couple of nice scenes like this more recently, which is good.
Good.
I like seeing Digimon partners hang out and do things like this.
Though, Digimon are born from a computer virus, we've been told, right? That's a pretty modern thing.
Internet virus, yeah.
And yet he seems to know about old photographs.
And shaking them makes it come in focus faster, but you can get them a little blurry. How would he possibly know this?
Again, minor detail, but just another of...
Even I didn't know that could happen when you shake them. I knew you shook them to make them...
dry faster.
Yeah, I didn't know that you could make them blurry. And I've used these! So, yeah, how would he know this? Yep. This is minor nitpicking stuff, but when you have no real plot to talk about, this is what we have to talk about.
Yeah, sorry. That's exactly what this episode is again. No real plot, so you get us nitpicking.
And then we get, apparently it gets colder, and we get the wind again, and another light kind of gets smashed and cut, and it's about to fall in. And Goromon grabs Ruli and pulls him out of the way.
Yep.
Except I don't think Goromon's in a form that could do that at the moment.
He seems solid to me. I always just assumed he was...
There's a screenshot, you can see through him.
Oh, okay. I missed that then.
And the shopkeeper comes out and says, "Are you alright?" And she never comments on the giant bunny. So I'm guessing he's invisible, or intangible. Both of which can't grab and move Ruli.
Interact with humans, yeah.
Again, I didn't make these rules!
This is your problem, writers.
But after this, Ruli mentions to him that you've been sneaking out at night.
That she's noticed. But she hasn't, yelled at him. She hasn't,
just casual comment. Where you been? And he says, "Well, what's up?" And she says, "Oh, it's nothing."
Because it's always nothing.
Yeah, it's never nothing.
when all these things are involved, yeah, it's always nothing. It's fine.
And really, understandably, is not real happy about this. But again, she doesn't yell, she doesn't scream, she doesn't throw at anything, doesn't. Yeah. She just says, "Oh, okay then. I guess we're done taking pictures then. Bye. See you later." And she walks off, gets out her phone, and comments on, "It's been a long time since I've been alone."
Yeah.
And again, this is an interesting idea of one of the possible downsides of having a partner around you all the time. She would have no alone time.
But given what's happened in this particular season and world, you could get away with not having him around all the time. But there's also enough going on all the time that...
I mean, in this world, you could possibly explore that thing, like adventure, where there's constant battles and things. It'd be... No. But you could possibly explore that idea at some point. We really don't here, but... She apparently gets a text from Mika and Aoi, and she gets up, starts about hanging out with her friends.
Yeah, which, sure, hasn't had chances to go do in a while, so...
Then we cut to Kyosho and Jellymon, and Jellymon's being her usual reasonable self.
Yes. Take me shopping!
Yes. I need a camera too!
Yes.
Then we cut back to a local restaurant, cafe.
Yep.
Somewhere. And we see Bokemon's here again with Gamamon, and he's feeding him ice cream.
So Gamamon's thrilled. Gamamon's very happy.
Now, at this point, I'm beginning to wonder if Pokemon's trying to do some research to see if Digimon can get diabetes. Because he's feeding him a lot of sweets.
Oh, yeah, he had like 5 cartons of
boxes
chocolate before, and now he's a huge sundae. Yeah, he's the grandpa that gives the grandkids all the sugar and sends them home.
Leaves,
Sends them home.
Apparently.
Yeah, and so Ruli's there. It seems like she reached out at least a little to Hiro and just to talk about, hey,
what's going on,
yeah, what's been going on.
And Hiro says, well, if you're really that worried, why don't you tell him? Okay. And tell him. And she's like, no.
I trust him.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, thanks, bye. And she gets a call from Mika and Aoi, and she goes and meets with them.
Yeah, no, and they just walk up and, walk away with them, and Hiro's just like, okay.
Well, what's all that about?
Why am I here? Yep. So
then we get back to Goromon.
We finally figure out, we see what he was, at least part of what he's
been up to,
sneaking off to, and there's a bunch of different Digimon, a Muchomon,
a Floramon, some Gokunimon,
bunch of rookies.
Yeah, I think they're all rookies.
Yeah, things that, make sense to kind of, group together and try and keep themselves safe in a world where metal phantomons running around. Well, not so much anymore, but at one point.
He may or may not be in a can, I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's things like Metal Phantomon and Majirama just going on rampages around the town, so getting together a little bit is...
And they're in different stages. Some seem to be in the ghost, some seem to neutralize.
Mm-hmm.
So on and so forth. And they seem to be along very nice, very happy.
A little community of Digimon, yeah.
And then Goremon's actually got drinking some tea that a Floramon made.
Mm-hmm. How, we're not going to ask, but they make tea.
The same way Pokemon gets all his sweets.
Yep.
Feed Gamemon.
Yep, there we go. These Digimon have jobs, yep, I'm sure.
I mean, when you can literally be invisible, it's probably pretty easy to grab stuff.
Yep.
But regardless, he's asking for lemon, and they say to...
And a Doberman is all happy to help out.
It's a Labramon.
Labramon.
Doberman's a little bigger.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Doberman's the partner of the highly important person in Tamers.
Yep.
But he brings it in his mouth and squeezes it, and
Grandma's like,
no, thank you. We'll pass.
Yeah.
So that's what he's been up to. And, okay, sure, no big deal.
So he's helping these people out. What exactly this is, it's not 100% sure here, but it just seems like a nice little community of Digimon are lost in this world, so they band together and don't seem to be causing much trouble or anything. So.
Yeah. Then we switch back to Ruli, who's apparently lost her friends.
Yeah, or she's walking home after seeing her friends, I guess.
I don't know. I have some comment here, but it's probably about Japan and all that, but it's probably not safe for this channel, so we'll move on.
Okay, yes. Moving swiftly along then. And she's back in,
she's in the bamboo forest we saw at the beginning.
We saw at the beginning.
And she's kind of acting a little out of character here, going, oh, this place is scary. Well, we really expect to say, this place is scary. Squeak! It'll make great photos!
Yeah.
But that's not how she acts. She says, well, I guess I should do this anyway, because it came all the way out here.
Yeah, she seems much more hesitant. I mean, I don't know if it's... Well, I'd say it's because Angoramon's not around, but Angoramon wasn't around for the first few episodes where she was willing mummies to attack her. So.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But after a few minutes, she goes back to her normal self and doesn't seem scared anymore.
Yeah, so...
There's still this odd little thing here seems a little out of place.
Yep.
But then the cold comes again, and the wind, and all that.
Smashing lights some more, and,
Yep. And then the two voices again.
And two voices, and you see this giant spinning blade coming through, and...
It hits her camera and cuts it in half.
Oh, yeah, that I could see why it might scare her a bit of just how close that...
Yeah, that moment I could see even her being a little freaked out.
Yeah.
But pretty much after this moment, she's kind of herself again and not really bothered.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, so we saw Repamon earlier. Who's Repamon fighting this whole time then? What is going on here? At this point, I really was confused about...
And at this point, really does something relatively smart, and she calls Hiro.
Yeah.
Who immediately gets out of the door and comes after him and tries to call Kyosho, who's on the subway train. And there's a big board that says you cannot talk on your phone on the subway. And being the example that he tries to be...
Being the dorm leader, yes.
He doesn't pick up the phone.
He must follow the rules.
Now, why Jellymon doesn't pick up the phone, and at this point I'm kind of surprised it didn't happen.
Yes.
And really, she's kind of annoyed that he won't pick up the phone, but she doesn't activate her watch. Digivice. I keep calling watches. They're actually the Digivice.
The vital bracelet. The Digivice.
To let them know for sure that, yeah, I need you. In fact, they never activate that at all in this episode.
No. But then again, she activates the field. It doesn't tell him where she is, just... There's a problem.
Yeah, it worked fine when Clockmon attacked.
Yeah. Well, they had an idea where they left Hiro, where they ditched him.
True, but I mean, at least for him to check his messages and things.
Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah, but regardless.
And so finally, there's a moment that Repamon is up in the trees and stops enough, and we begin to understand what's going on here.
Yes.
Where I never noticed that Repamon's tail,
the blade tail there,
has an eye on it, and it has a mind of its own.
Apparently it is sentient, yes.
And I went back and looked at Hacker's Memory and things that were, put out before this. It's true. It's canon. It's just a thing that this Digimon has, and I never realized.
They pick something neat out of canon like this and played with it.
Yeah, because this This was something as a fan of Digimon I had no idea of.
And we cut back to Hiro, who's running down the street trying to get there, and Gamamon says, I can fly there, and Hiro says, I don't think you're going to get me there.
You're not that strong.
He goes, no, trust me.
I can do this.
And they digivolve the Cascamamon.
Yeah, Cascamamon, whatever.
Yeah.
That was actually...
We'll get it eventually.
And so he does exist.
He does still exist, yes.
It is something that he can do.
But Hiro seems very surprised to see him again.
Because he went blue or something.
Wow, we got blue or something along those lines. So Gamamon picks what form he turns into?
Yeah.
Is the impression I'm getting at this point?
Or just he needs to will it strongly enough? Yeah, I don't know.
And then so he tells Hiro to get on, and interestingly enough, the things on his back pop out and become handles.
Yeah,
so that someone can ride on him.
Seems convenient. I mean, that's where his wings usually are, like when he's Gamamon. So I mean, it makes sense for something to be there, but they literally just seem like built-in handles. It's like, huh?
Is this something again? Is Gamamon an artificial one created by Dad? So he thought of things like this?
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't know yet. Things that...
Who's Dad?
Yeah,
at this point,
exactly. Well, more so than whose mom's the real question.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Who's anybody's mother in this one?
Yes. But alright, so he is on his way, and
Repamon is beating the living daylights out of himself.
Yeah, he literally... The blade wants to hurt, wants to cut, wants to be the best. And Repamon's like, that's okay, as long as we don't hurt
We can't hurt anybody, yeah.
And he's like, you're just a wimp, you can't.
And you're too dangerous, I can't let you do this, I'm off to cut you off, and...
Yeah. Whoa, okay. Can he do that?
Yeah. How's that work with Digimon? I've never seen a limb loss before, really.
Yeah. And he's like, I don't care if it destroys me, I'll take you down. And he's like, whoa, okay.
He means it.
He's
really scared that this blade is going to hurt somebody.
Yeah, he seems very noble, where the blade is not.
Yeah.
A little bit of Kyosho and Jellymon again, just...
And the blade wants to fight and cut, and it's dangerous. Very dangerous scene.
And Bruli isn't willing to just leave it alone, so she's gotta...
Instead of just walking away from these weirdos...
Especially without her Digimon, without a partner.
She's still sticking around.
And she almost gets in trouble.
Gets in trouble, and then Angoravan shows up.
Does show up because he sensed she was in danger.
Because he seems to have a sense for this kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's the first time he's shown this.
Because, I mean, they did show him flying that way a little before then to show why he was going there, but why exactly he senses this, we don't know. It's just something he does.
It seems to be consistent, though, so that's what I really ask.
Yep. Yeah, and so he shows up, and then he's able to deflect the champion, at least.
Yeah.
Because Repamon is the champion, for any of you who don't exactly know this Digimon very well.
And again, he's fighting himself, so who knows how...
Yeah, he's not exactly, trying to fight Angoramon at this point. He's really just trying to... And Angoramon is ready to fight him, because he really wants to protect Ruli.
Yep, which makes perfect sense.
Which makes sense, even though he kind of ditched her earlier in the episode, but now he's here. So now he's going
to... But now that he's finally here, decided to bother to do it.
Now he's going
all in.
Yeah.
And about this time, Hiro and Cascamamon show up, and since Cascamamon could apparently kick the daylights out of an ultimate, team up with Angoramon, he doesn't have much trouble beating up a champion who's fighting with himself.
Yes, though when they show up and Repamon's telling them, stay out of this. This is mine. This is my problem. This is my fight. Why are you... So to actually fight them, he kind of teams up with the blade again. He's not so much fighting himself.
Yeah.
Because they've butted in and have made this more personal to both of them. They just want to deal with it on their own. They don't need help from anybody. Or he's worried he'll hurt them if they butt in, so stay out.
Something like that, but yeah.
A little bit.
Regardless.
Yeah, and it's, like most fights, it's not a bad fight, but it's just short. Again.
Yeah, it's short.
Like 2 or 3 attacks and it's done. Because Angoramon's ready to smack him down, and Ruli's like, no, we need to help them, don't.
Yeah, really wants to talk to them. She needs to talk to them.
Yep.
And she makes some decent points, like, do you really want to cut off your tail? Do you really want to lose a part of yourself like that?
Mm-hmm.
Is it really worth it? Can't you come to any common ground?
Yeah. No, he's a wimp. No, I must be the best. No, I must not hurt people. Who cares? It seems very difficult to figure out.
I mean, they've reached the point where they've come to blows and they're one's willing to kill himself to stop the other one.
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to talk this one out, guys.
Well, it's obvious. You just tell the one that, why don't you come to the peaceful Digimon community, Mr. Bloodthirsty Blade, and cut up lemons?
That I'll tell you about this sanctuary. Before anybody else, any of my friends, or anybody else, I will tell you about this first.
Because it's very difficult to cut up lemons in this consistent size slices. And apparently this kind of works.
It's okay if you can't do it. Of course I can! And I mean, given all the different seasons, I've heard worse, but really, that's the best you can come up with.
This absolute maniacal battle show off the entire world. Attack humans, everything to show how powerful I am is happy to cut up some lemons.
I kind of hope that causes problems, because...
Yeah, the fact that you would even consider bringing this Digimon.
Especially because he's stronger than anyone else we've seen at the Sanctuary.
Yeah.
And Goramon can't Digivolve yet, so... we haven't seen that yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At this point, he does mention that the gathering is the Digimon community. He reluctantly tells us where it's been, and that's kind of an info change, and that's one of the reasons he's there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we cut back later to Ruli and Aang somewhere else. Goramon.
Yeah.
I just call him Aang for short on my notes.
This is an avatar. But yeah, and once again, they're just kind of hanging out, and
Ruli apologizes. I'm not sure for what. He says, you're sorry for being a pill, and I shouldn't make you have to tell me everything. She never demanded he tell him anything, or yell at him, or throw things at him.
No.
Or act like he's being unreasonable.
Yeah, it was really Goramon keeping all the secrets.
I mean, for a teenager with all your hormones running through, she's extremely calm and understanding and pretty mature throughout this entire episode. So for her to apologize first is kind of strange to me.
Yeah.
When Goramon then apologizes.
Does apologize
says,
back.
I shouldn't have kept them from you, but we made a promise not to tell humans about it. So it explains why, and it makes a certain amount of sense.
Yeah. I mean, these are 3 humans who could tell about this.
Yeah, and again, at the beginning, it wasn't just he didn't say, oh, it's nothing. He said, look, I'm sorry, I made a promise.
Yeah.
I said I can't get you into the loop now, but I promise you, I'm not doing anything dangerous. I'm in no danger. I'm not bringing any harm to you or any human. Nothing like that. Just, oh, it's nothing.
Yeah. Not even showing that little bit of trust of just trying to... Yeah.
And he talked about... And then he'd written down one of his poems about both sides talking to each other and trying to reach some kind of agreement.
Mm-hmm.
And she had the fluffy bunny, and we're kind of done.
I mean, I can understand not telling Jellymon. She'd cause trouble.
Maybe she was one of the things she already saw when she was sneaking out. I think it was talk to Seal, but I'm not sure of that.
Yeah. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up this episode. It was an episode.
Yeah.
When the season is done, I will pretty much have forgotten this.
Yeah, I will. Everyone knows I go back through the episode and go, oh yeah, that one. Yeah, what else was there?
Well, I will now know that Rapamon is a split personality disorder.
Yeah. That's the most memorable part of it.
That's about it.
But plot-wise, hooks for other episodes, things make me interested in the next episode, nothing.
Yep. And then we get the preview for episode 12, Chain Letter. And it's a lot of Weedmon, Vegemon, Red Vegemon, whichever exactly.
All of them.
Yeah, whichever exactly.
Looks like they're basically stuck on an email virus. It's an email virus. That seems to be our plot.
Well, all Digimon are born from a
yes, exactly.
From a virus. So
it makes sense that we could get this to happen, but
yeah, but then you know, that thought flew out the window. Oh, is Tapermon gonna come along and eat them? Are they like computer bugs?
I don't think so.
No, don't think so.
But all we can do is hope that these Weed Vegemon bring some plot with them.
They didn't show it in the
Kind
preview.
of doubt it, but we can hope.
Yep.
So if
Come
you made
back,
it this...
Dad, please.
Yeah. Bring your Raincoat Black Gatomon with you.
Yeah.
So thanks for sitting through our rant if you made it this far.
Yep. If you have, make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more of our Digimon content. As moving into the new year, things might be shifting a little bit on the channel, but you know, I want to
We'll see.
keep bringing you these.
We'll see if there will be any breaks in this as the holidays coming up.
January 7th, I believe, I've heard is not an episode.
Okay.
So the 1st of January will not be an episode. So, but thank you all for watching. I hope you had a wonderful time. Thank you for sitting through all this. And as always, everybody, keep staying awesome. And until the next video, take care. Bye-bye.